Welcome, Profitable PR Pros. What is up? Welcome to another week of our Profitable PR Pros Facebook show. Of course, like clockwork, here's the cat. Don't step on my keyboard. We'll edit that out in post. Thank you so much for being here. I am here every single week. I show up with videos and trainings, thoughts, strategies every single week for you that you can use to grow your agency, to become more profitable, to run the PR agency of your dreams so that it doesn't run you. I am Jen Burson. I'm the founder of Generation PR, a full-service PR and social media marketing agency here in Los Angeles. And I am also the founder of the Profitable PR Pros community that you are a part of. Thank you for being here every single week. It means so much to me. Thank you for being on live. I see Carolyn. I appreciate that you're here. Congratulations on the new client. Carolyn is in our Fast Track Mastermind. And I saw your post yesterday, and I have all these thoughts swirling. And I just can't thank you enough, Carolyn, for sharing how the program has impacted you and your business. So thank you for that feedback, and thank you for being here live. Appreciate that. Today, I'm going to be talking about resilience and why it's so important in your business. A few examples from my own business, challenges that we have faced, and how we got through them. Thanks for those hearts. I appreciate that. But first I want to mention, I'm going to be looking at my notes because I just want to make sure I hit everything that I have for you today. We are hosting our first ever live event in Los Angeles, April 23rd and 24th. It's called Profitable PR Pros Live. We are taking the show on the road. It is 2 days of extremely actionable, awesome training for your business so that you leave with a clear action plan for how you are going to increase profitability, grow and scale your agency at the end of those 2 days. Just all the tools and strategies you need to make success happen in your business, bring in your dream clients, gain your confidence, which I know Carolyn in the program can really attest to how important confidence is in growing your business. So there's a link in this description. I'm mentioning it now because this is early bird pricing. The price is going to increase in 2 weeks or so. We're going to kind of give you guys a minute to check into this early bird pricing. I was at the event venue earlier this week at my own event that I was a guest at, and this space is super awesome. It's at a meeting space in downtown LA called Convene. We are just going to take amazing care of you. The space is super, super cool. You are going to come and be our guest, and we are going to blow your mind for 2 days, and you're going to get to engage with other agency owners that are doing what you're doing. So get out from behind the desk, come and meet your peers. Everyone in that room is there to help you however you need it and share what's working now in their businesses so that you can glean those strategies and implement them in your business. So I'm so excited to be hosting my, I guess, second ever event. It is my first event for PR professionals, but I say second because that's the chat for today. I can't believe I'm hosting this event. I'm a little surprised that I'm doing it because I had this massive, massive block around doing live events. And let me tell you why. Talia, she's going to be there too. All of my babes inside the mastermind are all going to be there. And this is not something you are going to want to miss. You are definitely going to want to be in that room for those 2 days. It's going to be amazing. But I say that I'm a little surprised I'm doing it, and here is why. I posted a story about this, I believe it was last week, but I did my very first ever event when I just opened Generation. Probably next month is actually our 15th year in business. So this was probably about my third year in business. And we were responsible for a huge, almost 1,000-person fashion show. And I greatly underestimated what it was going to take to execute this event. Now, to the guests, to the clients, everything was seamless. I don't think anybody realized, but I felt so incredibly stressed. I did not have a plan of action for the day of the event. We invited, like, at the time, it was like the Real Housewives of Orange County were the complete it stars. We had all of these celebrities on the red carpet. It was a purple carpet because our client was Chambord, black raspberry liqueur, and a fashion brand that we represented. So we did this massive event, and it was super cool, really awesome. But boy, was I in over my head. I had one of those headsets and everybody's barking at me. I'm running the red carpet, trying to give away gift bags. You know, this one gets a gift bag. This one doesn't get a gift bag. This one's here instead of her famous sister. Can she come? I mean, it was like a whole thing. And all of these decisions are coming, or all of these questions are coming in, and I'm responsible for these decisions. So I felt extremely stressed out. And I was like, live events are not for me. I happen to know certain people on this live, like Carolyn, are amazing at live events and just handle them effortlessly. I don't have that gene. And the kind of straw that broke the camel's back for me in deciding like never again on a live event is in our event space, there was like 2 sections of it. We had the main room, this like huge space with a big runway. It was a fashion show. And there was a smaller private party room in the back. And there was like a wrap party for Dancing with the Stars. And we could tell it was for that show because all of the Dancing with the Stars celebrities were walking by and we were like, ooh, where are they going? And one of the celebrities in that season was Marlee Matlin. She is an Oscar-winning actress. She's also hearing impaired, and I'm very familiar with who she is. And I knew that she was on Dancing with the Stars, but she showed up at our check-in table, and I was personally trying to communicate to her that she was at the wrong event. Not that she wasn't welcome, but just that the event she was trying to go to was around the corner and that she could go there and get to her event. But I believe that she felt that I was telling her that she wasn't welcome to come into our event. Like, oh my God, can you imagine? Just a communication error. I'm gesturing with my hands frantically, like trying to be nice, trying to be sensitive to the challenges we were having with her being unable to hear what I was saying. And she was so offended. And I was trying so hard to be delicate and diplomatic, but she and her interpreter was like trying to communicate. Anyway, she yelled at me and was like, I'm deaf, and screamed in my face and got mad and walked away. Please give me like a thumbs up or a heart or a laugh or something. It was mortifying. And to this day, we're talking, this is like 12 or more years ago. My husband is like, oh, your mortal enemy, Marlee Matlin, you really made an enemy out of her. And if she ever sees you, I mean, it was a whole thing. But that experience summed up why I was so, just the feeling, the general feeling of running a live event and how stressed I was. Thanks, guys. I appreciate that. And anyone who's done a live event, you know that it takes more in terms of org chart and strategy and planning and how you execute the live event. But I let my feeling of overwhelm really dictate how I felt about the possibility of doing another live event for clients. And we have some big clients that want to do like editor meet and greets and influencer events. And I am telling you, I would roll out of any question they asked with a skill of like a gymnast, like, oh no, we don't do like, let me bring an agency in and we can, fill the room with the right people, but I am not gonna be the one with the freaking headset trying to make all this happen. It just is not, I'm stressed out by it. So I always, I always looked at live events as like a non-thing for me. And what I like in the event was still a fantastic success. The clients were happy. Everything was great. There's still evidence of it on my website. If you go to case studies and you look at Chambord, it's snazzy. It was awesome, but it really was an eye-opening experience for me. What I realized is that, I was letting it hold me back. and wasn't allowing myself to really put myself out there because of the interpretations I had put on the event and what it meant about me, right? It meant that I wasn't capable. I didn't enjoy it based on that one experience. And I realized that there is so much more available to you when you're interacting face to face. And a lot of the women in the program have said, we want to get together. Like, is that ever going to happen? And I finally put my finger on it and realized it was that one event. I didn't realize. I was just like, no, we don't do events. That single experience shaped my entire perspective on it for a decade, for more than a decade. And I was like, not anymore. My interpretation is just a meaning that I put on it about myself, about one instance. And so we're going to talk about resilience and, like other things that come up in your business. Like another example, this one might be a little more relatable, talking about resilience and how you can, what are some steps you can take to be resilient in your business. We had an instance with a client that worked on a strategic business pitch, really important to them to land business press and like Inc., Fast Company, Forbes, Business Insider. And you guys know as PR professionals how challenging those pitches are. You have to really tell a compelling story about the founders, and sometimes you have to reveal financial information. So we worked really long and hard on this pitch, and it was looking awesome. We sent it to the client. They made all these edits, and they sent it back to us, and they said, good to go. And we were like, awesome. And we looked at this thing, and it looked awesome and whatever. So one of my team members sent it out, and it actually had track changes turned on. Oh my God. So this whole thing went out with the client's feedback to us tracked. And we don't know how it happened. And this team member of mine is amazing. Like, she is so skilled and so careful and so thoughtful and so professional. When I tell you she was mortified and wanted to crawl under a rock, that is an understatement. And I thought to myself, what are we going to do here? This went out to every one of those business publications that we were looking to land this, very carefully crafted business feature for this client. And it was like really our one and only shot. And every one of those contacts got it with all of the changes indicated. So that was really mortifying. And I realized in that moment, what do you do as a leader? How do you handle a situation like this? So the one thing I did for sure was I made sure my team member knew that I was aware that this was a mistake that could happen to anyone, that I wasn't upset about it, that it was simply that, just a mistake. It's not any indication on her quality of her work or her, professionalism. It was just an accident. And I took ownership of that situation and took true responsibility for the incident that happened. Because at the end of the day, you are the owner of your agency, right? You are in charge of all of the things that your team does, up or down, good or bad. I would not change anything. I have my team client facing. They're amazing and stuff happens, right? And so I made sure my team member knew that I had her back, because as a true leader, you need to cultivate compassion and give your team the benefit of the doubt. Stand behind them. If it's something they did that was truly horrible and not just a mistake, but you guys have heard, I had a team member that was kind of acting unethical. Her behavior was out of integrity. That was a different situation. That was out of alignment with my core value in my business and also personally of being a person of high integrity. So that person had to go. But I was very clear with them why and let them know why. I mean, it was something you just couldn't come back from. There was some misinformation, taking responsibility for things that weren't anything that we actually did. Could have lost my relationship with one of our billion-dollar clients who was claiming that we did work, that she did work, as if it was her client on stuff that she never actually did. And it would have been really bad if the client found out. So I had to let that person go. But cultivating compassion as a true leader when mistakes happen and having your team's back is one of the kind of ways that you can be resilient in this situation. It's like being adaptable. Resilient people, they're flexible, they're adaptable to changing situations, things that are beyond their control, right? And they cope well with change because they're optimistic. They see opportunity. Like if a challenge happens, they'll sometimes see that as an opportunity, not focusing on it as a problem, right? Problems are opportunities. It's an opportunity to learn. That's another one is the confidence. Is resilient people, they're competent, they feel competent, and they have strategies for coping with stress. So now I would have handled that event so much differently because I'm way more confident in my competence now. And I would have set up a plan in place. I would have assigned an org chart for the day of the event, who's responsible for what, so that all the questions didn't come to me. I would have felt extremely competent knowing that we had a plan in place for how everything happened. And if something went wrong, I would have really looked at it as a situation to say, okay, what did I learn from that? What did we learn? So from that event, we learned we need an org chart. We need more support, more boots on the ground. We need a strategy for how we're going to handle all of the various elements of the night, who's responsible for what, and how we're making that happen. So resilient people are confident, and instead of seeing problems, they see opportunities to learn, and they'll look at their confidence in a way that was like, all right, that happened. What can we learn from it? I think also having social support, or support for your team. My team feels supported. I highlight all of their wins as giving them credit for what they've done and accomplished for our clients. Like when we share results, it's like, great job. You guys did this. This is amazing. And if they have something challenging that happened that, could happen to anyone, or like results are slow or whatever, we take full responsibility for that. And we want to ensure that our team feels supported, that we have found that they do their best work. They're willing to really put in the extra effort when they feel like they are supported. And actually, Talia, I'm realizing, I think you're still here. This is a really good chat for you because you are bringing in this amazing member of your team. And I think that you will come into this partnership with her and support her in a way where she feels like she wants to do the best work for you because you support her, you have her back. And any challenges that arise, you will look at them like it's simply an opportunity to learn and to grow. And you will say, this is not a problem. This is an opportunity. Yeah, I knew you'd be here. I knew you were still here. Awesome. Like, hopefully this chat is relevant because of this new team member that you're bringing in. But I've realized that every little challenge also is a way for me to see how I can be better, or something that I don't enjoy, so that I can have a better awareness of what I do enjoy, or what I'm, something that I may not be great at. I can look at that and say, okay, I tried that, and that's not for me. Like live events for clients really isn't for me. But if we had to do one, I would figure out the pieces that weren't in my zone of genius, were not in my sweet spot. We would bring in the experts, someone like Carolyn, someone like Talia, who are great at live events. And we would focus on the things that we're great at, filling the room with the right people, doing the pitches to the media beforehand to get the media there, doing a follow-up pitch. That I've got, right? So we would be adaptable and say, okay, this whole thing, taking all of it on, was not the right thing for us. What did I learn from it? How can I overcome this challenge and be better for my clients, better for myself, and view all of these hurdles as learning opportunities? And that's what resilient people are. They're adaptable. And also just, I don't take it personally anymore. It goes back to kind of my first point in confidence is I feel really competent now. I feel very competent. So if that happened again, like if somebody sent out an email, with these track changes and it looked horrible, and I'm telling you, like, it was a problem because one of the editors at I think it was Entrepreneur or Fast Company, one of those two, forwarded the email to the client and was like, do you know that your PR agency sent this out on your behalf? The good news, I mean, that's so junky, isn't it? That person was like really like mean-spirited to do that. But the good news is we had already taken responsibility and told the client that it happened. And I didn't say my team member did this. I said, this is how it went out. And we're responsible for it. We, always saying we as the agency, but it's really me. And the client knew. They were not happy. But you know what? It was a learning opportunity. Now we double check for that thing. This team member that was, 8-9 years ago, she's never made a mistake like that ever again. And she never did before. It happens. But I will tell you that how I treated her, having her back, ensuring her that it was not a big deal, that I was not upset with her. It was a mistake. It could happen to any of us. That confidence gave her the support that she needed in the moment to realize that this is a situation where she is going to have the benefit of the doubt. She is supported and getting what she needs out of, this role in the company. She's valued and, no one's blaming. And it was like, no big deal. So things happen. And it's kind of how you react to them. Try to look at problems that, somebody else may say, well, that's a big problem, or this is a big challenge. You say, you know what, that's an opportunity to learn and to grow. And how am I going to get better at this? And what is this going to show me in terms of how I can serve my clients and be the best partner to them? And I realized I can be the best partner to you by taking our show on the road and doing this live event that is going to be off the hook. There's nothing, or as my almost 8-year-old would say, it's going to be lit. My little Jack always is like, that's lit. This event's going to be lit by anybody's standards. And I just hope that you can be in the room because we're changing the paradigm of what happens with PR professionals. No more close to the vest, keeping my secret sauce to myself because if I share, then you win and I lose. That is ridiculous. Carolyn, we are so sad to miss you. I know, but you're going to be in Spain and that's like going to be amazing, whatever. Now I'm going to be so jealous and track your Instagram and see all the amazing travel experiences you're having, but we will miss you at the event and we're going to do it again. But we are creating an environment and, I see these two women on here. They're in the mastermind. They are giving, they are open, they share. Oh, Krista, you got to sign up. You got to get in there. I'm so glad you can come. Welcome. Thanks for being here. We are shifting how things are done in the PR world. We're creating an environment where everybody is learning from each other. We're no longer operating our businesses in a vacuum, guessing at strategy, guessing at pricing, wondering how everyone else is doing it. There is so much work to go around. There is so much opportunity out there. And I just want to help as many people as possible fast track their success, grow their businesses, and create a business and a life that they love. It is possible to have it all. So why not get a framework for how to have it all? And I want to just fill the room with people that I know are open-hearted and giving and caring and will share what is working for them in their businesses. So that's what this event is going to be. That's what this community is. I think you're seeing that in the Profitable PR Pros community. Super big favor, side note, you guys are probably being targeted with my ads, and I appreciate all the thumbs up and the hearts. If you see an ad and you feel compelled to leave a comment on, any of the training you've experienced or the freebie that I'm promoting and you found it helpful, leave a comment. I would love for other people to see. It's kind of like proof of concept. It's social proof. It does help me. And if you're thinking, oh, if I write a comment, Jen's going to have to pay for this ad. Some people have been like, I don't want you to have to pay. That doesn't matter. It's not how it's calculated. Getting your support on an ad, if you see it go by, and anybody that that you see advertising, support their business. It really does help in a major way. That small thing of leaving a comment and showing somebody that you found value in their offer, even a free offer. So that would mean a lot to me. I'm running ads right now because we're getting ready to open our free training series. Side note, oh, yeah, okay, we're going to read Carolyn's reply. This is a side note, but after signing my client yesterday, hooray, I was able to feel incredibly organized by sending my new Carolyn Sutton PR onboarding document that I created based on fast track training, completely streamlined the way I'm kicking off with this client. That's so awesome. That's exactly why I created it, because taking care of clients and dazzling them right out of the gate and giving them a seamless onboarding process, I cannot stress to you how important that beginning phase is, where you just welcome them in and make them feel like they made the right decision in hiring you, that you know what you're doing, that you are going to seamlessly transition them into your agency, and they know exactly what they have to get to you so you can be off to the races. So I appreciate that feedback, Carolyn. That is so awesome. It's all about these systems and processes that you implement in your business to make it frictionless, to really show those clients that you are the expert and you know your stuff and you are there to take care of them and ensure that they made the right decision hiring you. So that's super great. Well, so glad to hear that you're already using those processes for this new client, and congrats on that client. I'm like so excited about them. Their stuff's awesome and it's like such the perfect fit for you. I'm so excited. So yeah, you've got a couple things to consider. Krista, hope you can join us. Talia, I know we'll see you at the event. Price is gonna go up for the ticket. It's at about 50% off right now for you. Jump in, be in that room. It's going to blow you away. Nothing like this exists in our industry. Nothing. This is not a stuffy corporate, listen to some talking head bark at you who thinks they're smarter than you and better than you for 2 days, and you just take copious notes and you leave with your head in a, just frazzled. This is going to be inspirational, actionable workshops. There should be, Krista, in the comments, let me just put it right here. Yeah, it's going to be, okay, let me know if you got that. Did it go? Maybe it'll go. Anyway, this is going to be, oh yeah, I see it now. Actionable, inspiring, like, I can't wait. I just wish this existed when I started my business, but since it didn't, we're just creating it. Okay, so be in that room, sign up before we raise the price of the ticket. This price that it is right now does not even cover the costs that it takes to get you in that room. I just want it to be approachable for you. So that's all I have for you today. It's just a little bit about challenges in the business, finding ways to be resilient, looking at problems as opportunities to learn. What did you learn from this? Being supportive of your team, or cultivating an environment where you're the leader and there you go. You're welcome. You take responsibility for their actions as your own. You promote their wins so that clients are aware. It makes them feel really good that you are seeing and acknowledging their hard work. There's, if you just crank away, don't acknowledge people, blame them for their mistakes, or really give them a hard time about it, you are not fostering a warm environment. You're not fostering a relationship where people want to work their hardest for you and give you their best effort. You are creating a recipe for burnout. People will be there for a year, and the entire time they'll have one foot out the door. I've had my team members, they don't leave. I've had one, woman supporting my business for 11 years. My team, they don't leave, because they feel supported and taken care of. So anyway, that's what I have for you. Sign up for our event. If you see one of my ads, give it a little love. I just really appreciate that. And thank you for being here. I'm going to be here every single week for you to give you tips, strategies, mindset support, shifting your mindset to one where you see yourself as the leader you are. So you can grow and scale the profitable PR agency of your dreams. All right. Have a good day. Go get them. See you next week.